today's program, we're going to touch on just a second Carla Cunningham, state representative in North Carolina. I mean, she's been hot news for B1. That's year zero. That's the year of our Lord. Right? Black first. Year zero. Right? Foundational Black American. That's 1526. And not like us. We're still saying 1776 for now. For now. And we do give shout out to Representative Carla Cunningham for starting off with ADOS, which is generally 1619. But we'll talk more about those things. I'm not really going to deep dive into the history just yet. That's not what my channel's about. My channel's about enjoying life. So, you know what I mean? There it is, there it is. So I just, for the background, I throw on the game and I decided to go with a little Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Just because Zelda's such a dope series, a dope game. Link is the main protagonist, even though the name of the game is Zelda. So I guess Zelda's the main protagonist, but she don't. But then there's a new game out. So, but I'm doing good on this game. I'm not really going to deep dive into it too much. I just like to have this game in for background effect, and as I sit back and I almost fell off the sky. So beautiful game, available on the Switch and Switch 2. You gotta remember the Switch 2 is out now. They raised the price of the Switch 1. Yeah. So I'm on an OLED system, and I paid. Well, I didn't pay for it. I got it for Christmas. I'm gonna fall. Okay, I got it for Christmas. The wife and son splurged and got me my version, so I've been playing on the OLED. I wanted to get another OLED so that me and my son have fresh OLEDs. Then we'll get some Switch 2s. Trying to budget life and that way we can do it. But Nintendo raised the prices. Like I don't understand that, not at all. They're blaming the tariffs, which is a bunch of bull, right? Because after all these years of making the system, we know it's now pennies to make. Like the cost it makes to produce them reduces over time. But they're used to the process and all those things. They done perfecting it, and they don't need as many people in the production line as they used to, and so a lot of people are speculating that they're changing the price to make people adopt the Switch 2 early. The Switch 2 is backwards compatible. Some say 99% backwards compatible. And then the insiders are also already predicting 2, 3, 4 years down the line on a. See, now that would be an interesting battle, but I might die. Hold on, I think I already killed it. So it wouldn't be an interesting battle. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about politics right now, or religion. But I do have to give respect to one God, love God, right? I mean, that should be easy. then we respect Lord. We'll start to understand that and seek some wisdom. Today is Tuesday, so I guess somewhere in the world is somebody's Sabbath day. They resting, got the day off, giving thanks for a beautiful life, and honor your mother and father. There it is. We'll get into living life, aka do not kill. Like, why do we gotta tell y'all that, you know? You talk bad about my mama. Like, that's a classic for a Menace to Society. That's a classic movie. And that's what I want to talk about Superman. Like, this is Superman. They discounted the tickets for the movie, so they're trying to stretch it out a little bit, where you can go see the movie at a discounted price because it's starting to leave the theaters and people are, they still want people to come to the theaters, so they were a major draw, to be the first ones to see it. Jurassic Park is still in the theater. I heard that's been in the theater for a while. Theater for a while. But gone are the days where a movie is in the theater for 56 weeks. It's rushing to video. And then that's what the haters are trying to push. The opposite all the time. And those are the true woke folk. Is they want to make fun of everybody, and then as soon as you say something about them, and it's not actually them, that's the whole ironic thing about it. See, these are all weak items. I don't need none of this stuff. Kind of startled me. Using a I'm using a super powerful weapon on these clowns. What am I doing? I don't know. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, like I said, I did a video on Superman. And it did 1,000, a quick video, one of the short videos. And the first one that I did was, they were basically promos. And the promo for Superman movie, just to ride the wave of what's trending. So I was able to generate 2 videos and get 1,000 views on them and about 5-6 likes. So yeah, that's the way to get the most views, is by trying to, hey, this is what's trending. And right now it's not trending anymore. The haters are still trying to hate on it. I really don't know what's trending, and I really don't care. Right? Some of the things that they're trying to, like, they're still trying to trend P. Diddy. That's wasting my time. Like, care about no P. Diddy, And Barack Obama is the one that they want to trend. Because of what he said about finding mentors from the LGBTQIA plus DEI PDF files of what's that called again? Affirmative action. Yeah, exactly. The affirmative action files of the 1960s that has nothing to do with foundational Black Americans like myself. Yes, we talk about Malcolm X, and that was with the Superman. That's the irony of the Superman video that I made. I compared the Malcolm X movie with the Superman movie coming out at the same time. How Malcolm X is a hero for Black folks, Black people, from especially from the '60s, because he's considered a martyr in my circle, as well as Martin Luther King, even John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy. Medgar Evers, and Fred Hampton. So those are the martyrs from the '60s that I like to mention, and they are the foundation of our spiritual aspect when it comes to hip hop culture. Um, it's also the community, but we're seeing a separation. That's why I'm starting. That's why I've been continuously saying, foundation of Black American. That's the community. Hip hop is the culture, but once again, I'm not really here to rap about that, right? I'm just, let me see how much time I give y'all. I ain't got my glasses on. I broke my glasses actually. And that was a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into a little bit of another Gen Xer and DeAndre. Um, and first, let me jump off. I don't care. There it is. So it's the beauty of the game. The sky above, I just jumped from. I'm headed to the ground below. It's hard to see. Um, yes, if I smash right into the ground, I kill myself. And there it is. I'm just flying. Love this game. It's a beautiful game. And touchdown. Now I would come to a wet area where it's bloody and rainy and all that stuff. There's a fissure over there. And there it is. So I might warp or something to a different area. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna share a little video um, where he's going to talk a little bit about now you know, don't tune out. Just peep what he got to say on the political aspect. This is DeAndre. He's putting that work in. I'm trying to get subs, subscribe, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll come back with a more graphical presentation, I guess. I might try to do 2 or 3 videos a day. I'm sharing this game because it's a cool game. I'll play some more. I'll do some more gameplay on it a little later. I want to talk about it more because, like I said, Link is the protagonist. He's about courage. Zelda is the love interest. She's about wisdom, and Ganon is the evil dude. He's about that power. So we'll talk about that aspect of it a little later. And I'm gonna jump right into this video and pay attention, and I'll touch a little bit more about it after it's over. It's only a 5-minute video. Shout out to DeAndre. Go subscribe to his page. Hit the like button over there. Subscribe. You know, because if you really want some good political view, that's the man I want y'all to start turning to. I'm gonna get more into game theory and enjoying life in that aspect. Start playing some more manly games like Zelda. Superman is a good manly movie, even though people are going to hate on it, but it is what it is. We'll be back with more. I'll be back with more. Give me 1 second.
All right, YouTube, this Detroit's HPTV comes to you with another video on this Monday morning. We got to talk about some things. I seen the video I'm going to react to with Roland Martin. Roland Martin said that the Trump administration and the conservatives are on the attack and they want retribution against black women. That's in his border. That the Trump administration and conservatives want retribution against black women. Why would he say that? What is it that makes him even think that? But it's another manipulation from the Democratic shields on the left. They know black women vote over 90% Democrat, but they're losing numbers. So they have to fearmonger, and they have to unite the sisterhood with this perceived threat of the Trump administration, while at the same time they're persecuting Carla Cunningham. How many of you have heard of Carla Cunningham? She's a Democratic representative that voted with the conservatives about immigration. And she gave a speech about why she broke rank with the Democrats to deal with the conservatives as it relates to immigration, and the Democrats attacking her. If you would notice, they put Jasmine Crockett out there and then betrayed Jasmine Crockett. As liberal as MSNBC is, they still fired Joy Reid, Tiffany Cross, Angela Rye. Every face that they put out there, they used them and they discarded them when the rhetoric was no longer profitable. But yet, they come right back, knowing that these elections is coming up, telling black women that this administration is after them. When in all actuality, the Democrats who created the welfare state are only calling in on a debt that they think black women owe them. The Democratic Party thinks as an institution that black women are their property. Really. They elevate them to positions, and then they use them as the spokespersons for whatever nefarious agenda they want to push into the black community, into what they call people of color. That's why they keep the Ilhan Omar, the Rashida Tlaibs. They keep them in a position to where they out front doing all the politicking, while behind the scenes, it's the same Democratic misogynist men running the show. And Roland Martin, with his pandering, I'm gonna show you his clip second. I'm gonna show you Carla Cunningham's first. And you can see the hypocrisy in what he's saying. Why is the conservatives in this administration targeting black women, when clearly we see that it's about immigration, closing the border, and other things, the deep state? But they want their base mobilized and emotional so that they can continue to fight to try to receive power. Black women are the Democrats' key to power. I'm gonna say that again. Without the black women, the Democrats will have no power. It's not enough white liberals and liberals of other races for them to have a voting bloc as strong as black women. So the last thing they want to see is black women abandoning a Democratic agenda and speaking for themselves. So without further ado, I want you to watch Carla Cunningham, and then I'm going to show you what Roland Martin said. This for fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act for education and commentary. Listen to what the sister said.
Well, tonight in Mecklenburg County.
And I cut it there. So you have to go over to his page and check it out. Drop my controller. Yeah, you got to go to his page and check it out. I want my page to be more of gameplay, enjoying life. Yeah, I'm gonna get the boy back, or the teenager. I'm sorry, son. I'm gonna get the teenager back soon, and we'll do more videos together. He's working on a cool video himself, where he grew up off of BFDI, which is a kid that did his own, basically create your own cartoon, So he Flick Animation, that's his page. I send adults over there for their kids to go check it out and you know, communicate, because that's what it's all about. It's all about networking and increasing the network. You know, um, that's what it's truly about. So hit that like button, subscribe, and share. What was I doing? I wasn't doing nothing. But yeah, you know, just to piggyback off what he was talking about, and what's actually going on is we're seeing a lot of quote unquote beef between the different, because that's what everybody wants to see, a good fight. I guess, and that's what we were seeing. That's what we was witnessing with Barack going on Michelle's show. That was actually, they was actually having an argument, but they're trying to demonstrate how sophisticated couples have you know, work it out, or you know. And it's like, all right, that ain't how I go down in my community, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nah, my dad didn't scream and holler and all that craziness either. But he did, you know, hey, go get that dictionary. Like, all right, I'll go get it. And happy birthday, Dad. Yesterday was my dad's birthday too. He turned 80 years old. It was Barack Obama's birthday too, ironically. Like, oh, jeez, right? No wonder I've been arguing with Leos my whole life about politics. But anyway, yeah, my dad used to go get that dictionary, boy, right? And we family meeting, right? And then I go get the dictionary was the size of like 10 encyclopedias, right? And I go get the dictionary. Say, go look. I want you to look this word up. And I go look because I'm 2 years older than my brother, should I say, my brother. I'm 2 years older than my brother, so I would go, get the dictionary, and I want you to look a word up, all right? And then the word was filibuster. So I look up filibuster, and I gotta read the definition of filibuster, and then he begins to talk and talk and talk and talk for a good 10 minutes. You know how we are. We thinking it's like a 30, 40, 50-minute lecture. Like I'm giving y'all now. I'm giving y'all 30 minutes and then I'm out. I'll rap to y'all later. I ain't got time for all that. Right? Especially if y'all ain't gonna hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Right? Why should I give y'all all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help y'all achieve freedom, justice, and equality if y'all ain't gonna do something as simple as hit the like button? And then want to complain to me, oh, you bit that. Like, I bit that. What you mean I bit that? This guy here. This guy. Okay, there it is. See, I'm trying to... Got him. See? Can't get across here. Alright, so I gotta build a boat or something and then get my boat to go across. So there's a bridge around here somewhere. But I want to get over to that town right there. That was some bird meat. I'll figure it out. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, that's the moral to the story. You need that in your life. You need your dad to call a family meeting, let everybody know the game plan, just like you do in any business, right? As the manager, you got to call a meeting, get everybody on the same page, break the huddle like a football game, right? The quarterback is the manager on the field. The coach is the manager on the sideline. So the coach got during halftime, hey, meeting, right? Like what we did right, what we did wrong during the first half or whatever. In the huddle, hey, they want us to run this play right here, get it done, this and this and that. But listen, be on the lookout for this and that because they said I can audible to this or whatever. Like I mean, they gotta condense all these ideas into one, dope acronym so that it's what I mean, B1 FBA, not like us. And then y'all know the play, right? Y'all know the code. Break, break, and that's what we're doing basically. It's just you're dealing with people. You're dealing with even with the lady that did Carla Cunningham. It's like, yay, we cheering her on, but ADOS really isn't. It really ain't a dope play. I'm just keeping it 100. It's not as dope as a play as B1 FBA, not like us. Those are better play. Now, what's the more recent plays is the NNBL, the National Negro Business League. That started in 1900, right? And then the one that everybody knows about is the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. 1907, 8, or 9, I think, 1909, and that was W.E.B. Du Bois, and the NNBL was Booker T. Washington. Those are the two main quote unquote protagonists in the true story. It's not his story; it's true story. His story would be that they were both nationals, and they became better organizations because they're now on the Democratic side of the argument, and we ain't down with the Democrats no more. I'm just keeping it 100. That's why Barack is really becoming a hypocrite, because he can't even concede to that fact that party is done. We're done with that party. We're gonna become our own entity, and if it's just the Republicans, hey, at least we know who our enemy is. Right? I don't care if every Democrat becomes a Republican. We now know who our enemy is. This is what we're trying to build. Better communities, better culture, better consciousness. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because I'm gonna show y'all real quick where it comes from. It comes from RZA. And it's, let me see if I got my glasses on. Right? Because this is real hip hop right here I'm giving y'all. I'm about to give y'all some real hip hop. Am I on that? Nah, I was on Afro Puffs. Oh, my bad. I'm not trying to play Afro Puffs. So I gotta learn my system on here a little better. So, but yeah, there it is. Not add the playlist. Not go to album. Not suggest less. Is this it? Oh, here it is. So, I mean, I had fun making this episode. I'll do a little something a little more organized later on. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Why can I see why it should be right there? Because I just listened to the song. Why I gotta do everything the hard way? Come on, why I gotta come out of there? There it is. Any questions? Put something in the comment section. I'm talking about the grave diggers real quick. Grave diggers. And there it is. And actually I gotta go here to go to it. That's right, because it didn't provide it there last time. So we're gonna go GRA. Grave diggers. Because we about to dig up the graves real quick. You know? There it is. There it is. Come on, y'all kidding me. I don't want no singles. And I'm only going to give you 2 seconds of it anyway. So, thanks for staying around. As long as you got mentally dead people. There it is. As long as you got mentally dead people. Or living in a mental death. Or living in a mental death. Meaning living in a mental grave. Living in a mental grave. They need somebody to dig that grave up. Right? This is RZA. And here's the order. Let me find it. It's always, where is it? All the way at the end? Yeah. Freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and shelter. Freedom, justice, food, clothing, and shelter. Let's work on that. Peace. Mom. One God, our Father, all the time. Hip hop, life, love, one. That's God is love. Hip hop is life. Time is holy. Money ain't nothing more than a fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. We can build this economics as long as we're working together, because economics is nothing more than the art of making the most out of life. And that's real hip hop right there. Peace.